Shalom. First and foremost, want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Rakakadash, double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS that rule well. Peace, love, and salutations to all the brothers out there pushing His word of sincerity and the truth. Shalom to the brothers, sisters, and children out there keeping His word in sincerity and the truth. Okay, I just wanted to go into a quick lesson. Had a ending of a dream, kind of going into the destruction of Babylon the Great. It was more so symbolic of the destruction of Babylon the Great and what's going to take place over here. And I don't know if the entire dream had anything to do with it, but I do know, like I said, the ending of it for sure. And that's the main thing that I can remember in detail. Everything detailed together. And that's the main thing I'm gonna just speak on. And so what was going on, I was driving, heading to my parents' house, and I was on this road. Well, really it's a highway. On this highway, heading to my parents' house, I had wound up having to stop at a dollar store to just throw something away. There's some dumpsters outside. I had to throw something away, and I had my niece with me. And we were just heading to heading to my parents' house, our grandparents, and it was daytime, like maybe 1-2 o'clock. Sun was out, sun was in the sky, shining. It was a bright sunny day. But as I got closer and closer to the house, it just instantly switched to night. And I started seeing fireworks going and shooting in the sky. We both were seeing fireworks. And she was excited to see it. She's younger. She was excited to see the fireworks. I'd seen it all my life. But as I got closer, it's like my view went from being in the driver's seat to like an overhead view of the terrain. Kind of how you would look at like Google Maps or Apple Maps or something like that. And I was able to look at the terrain, but the satellite view at nighttime. And so then I got closer and closer to and I was seeing the fireworks. Like they were shooting up in the sky. But it wasn't just like how fireworks would normally look. Like it was just sparks. Like I didn't see anything shoot up in the air. I was just seeing sparks. And then it went back to, as I turned down to get, like I was 2 streets away from my parents' house, turned down the longer street, and I started seeing all these bombs on the ground. They were like miniature nukes, like very small nukes, but they was in representation of the fireworks that had already been shot off and came back down. Because all the fireworks that shot up, they came back down. It got to come back down anyway. What's left, the remaining of it, got to come back down anyways. But the ones that was coming down, or the ones that was already on the ground, it was like a whole bunch of miniature nukes on the ground. And my view went from being in the driver's seat to like being like in third person. Like if you ever play like a video game or something and you're in the car driving, the camera is behind the car. That's kind of how it was. But I was able to, like I said, to see all the miniature nukes that was on the ground, and some of the fireworks that shot up, they was coming down and just hitting the ground. And it was all like, it was a representation of bombs, nukes going off, or not going off, but nukes shooting up in the sky and coming back down. But all you see was the nuclear, the nuke itself on the ground. And then I woke up, and as I woke up, I checked the time to see what time it was, because sometimes I have a knack of oversleeping, and it was 4:59. I have an alarm set for 5 o'clock. And I have 4 alarms. I have like one at 4, 2 different ones in the 4 o'clock area, you know, in like 4:41. Got another one at 4:20 or something like that. Then I got a 5 o'clock alarm. Cause I try to get up and do a little workout before I go to work, at least stretch. But I ain't do none of that. I don't even remember. I don't really remember turning those alarms off. But I woke up at 4:59 on the dot with a few seconds left to 5 o'clock, and my alarm went off right at 5 o'clock. Like maybe 5 seconds later, my alarm went off. So it's like I woke up right on time, right before the alarm went off. And just, you know, the ending of the dream with the nukes shooting off and everything, and then waking up right before the alarm. I almost, you know, it made me think about the trumpets in Revelation, talking about the different trumpets being sounded, and us waking up to this truth right before the last hour. At the last time, if we really could know like how long it was gonna be, we'll probably really be, and technically it probably would be a few seconds, you know, a few seconds. If it's like 2 years or next year, however the Lord, whatever his time, you know, however his time it is, to him it'll probably be like a few seconds, maybe like 1 second. 5 seconds or something like that. But we know we're extremely, extremely close, especially to the Third World War. And that's why I got the scripture, Revelations 11 and 14. It says the second war is past. So we already done seen, or some people, you know, have lived through the First World War, the Second World War. We done seen it on the earth. Now, we're awaiting the Third World War, and it's not hard to figure out that that's what this is talking about, because the countries now and their leaders are literally talking about, you know, and people in general are talking about the Third World War. So it's not hard to put two and two together. But like I said, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe coming quickly. And it's really right down to the wire. Like it's really extremely close, you know. Especially seeing how these countries are all extremely against Babylon the Great. Like we already knew they was against it, but now, especially with DJT in, all these countries are extremely against Babylon the Great. The Lord put the right person in there. Like he said, he was chosen for it. I think he said that in his first term, that he was chosen for that position. And he's not lying, because the Lord put him there. But I just wanted to go into that quick video, just kind of get the ending of the dream. The Lord will, it was edifying, you know. And I know brothers and sisters are all having dreams and visions too of what's to come. The Lord will, it was edifying. When to give our praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim, Kapadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS that were well. Peace, love, and salutation to all the brothers out there pushing His word of sincerity and the truth. Shalom to the brothers, sisters, and children out there keeping His word of sincerity and the truth. And until next time, Shalom.